I'm over a year and a half into this build. Here I am. And I've never made any videos, just took a lot of pictures, but I'm getting ready to start the third layer of planking on the bottom. And I had to fill in some low spots with this thickened epoxy. A few comments about how I used that thickened epoxy to fill in those low spots. It took 2 or 3 iterations to do this, and it looks a little messy, but it actually works fairly well as long as you don't have, if the low spots aren't too low. So what I did is I put some thickened epoxy in here, and then I had a board that I would use kind of as a screed, and I would start it in this area here and parallel to the keel and slide it down towards the side. And I think I also did it this direction, so I started perpendicular to the keel and slid it back towards the back. I can't remember exactly if I did both, or I might have done a combination. But I did one layer to get some of it, and then see where the low spots were. And the way that I did that, here's just another picture showing as I was working my way through. But after it cured, I would take my long level and try to see where low spots were. For example, you can kind of see here, look for that. And again, not going for perfection, but it was a little saggy from the keel down a little bit. So my fairing, when I faired the frames, it wasn't, fairing job wasn't perfect. So I was trying to just fix that a little bit. And I also ran the level front to back too, like this, just to make, I'm just looking for this because you want the bottoms of these boats to be as flat as possible at the back part of the boat. So that's what I was trying to do. So you can actually see witness marks here where I used a screed board to drag parallel to the keel back, so you can kind of see that here. And here I'm just checking, looking for flatness, along the keel up towards, near the keel. And then what I would do is just kind of slide my level and just sight it and see if it was flat. And it got a lot better. I mean, it's not perfect, but here's what it looks like. I think this is when I was done. Yeah, so I think I was done at this point, and it sanded kind of carefully to get rid of any little edges, in these areas. And it looks like there's an edge there, but in reality, there's really not much. And try to feather it in, so you have to feather this in. So it's a little crude, but it actually works because trying to, again, the dips were not that low, and so trying to epoxy in wood and then sand it down, this is what I chose to do just because I didn't have that much to fill in. So there you can see the 2 layers on the sides. And after this 3rd layer, then I've got to start working on the pretty wood on the sides. So I'm going to have to go buy that. So here's what this looks like up here, or up here I should say. And I filled in all of these. I've got epoxy and everything, all these little gaps. And I just put epoxy down the center line of the keel just to fill in any little gaps there. So I am ready for this 3rd layer on the bottom. I've got the pieces cut to go probably 2/3 of the way, all the way up in this area somewhere.